Tyler Perry didn't just break into Hollywood, he transformed it. A man who once lived out of his car is now a billionaire, filmmaker, actor, and entrepreneur, owning one of the largest studios in the world. His rise wasn't just about personal success, it was about rewriting the rules of an industry that had long kept people like him on the outside. But now, in 2025, something even bigger is happening. His career is still thriving, but it's his personal life that's making headlines. Perry's influence in Hollywood is undeniable. He built a billion-dollar empire with nothing but talent, resilience, and a deep understanding of what audiences wanted. His iconic Madea character became a cultural phenomenon, drawing millions to theaters. But his work didn't stop at entertainment. He became a powerful force in business and philanthropy. Unlike most in Hollywood, Perry owns everything he creates. He doesn't just work for the studios, he runs one. Tyler Perry Studios, a 330-acre production powerhouse in Atlanta, isn't just a film lot. It's a statement. A reminder that Perry didn't wait for Hollywood's approval. He built his path. But his journey wasn't easy. Before the billion-dollar deals and red carpet events, Perry struggled. He faced rejection after rejection. His early plays, the foundation of his success, were dismissed by critics. Some nights he slept in his car, using every dollar he had to keep his dream alive. But he refused to quit. His audience, largely black, faith-driven, and often overlooked by mainstream Hollywood, showed up. They filled theaters, proving there was a demand for his stories. That's when everything changed. Perry turned his stage success into blockbuster films, TV shows, and eventually one of the most successful media empires in history. But there's more to Tyler Perry than success. His personal life has always been private, but in 2025, new reports are emerging that are shaking up the headlines. He has always kept his relationships low-key, his son out of the spotlight, and his family life protected. But now, rumors are swirling about a reunion with a former partner. And even bigger, there are whispers that Perry might be welcoming a second child. If true, this would mark a major new chapter in his life, one that no one saw coming. The world knows Perry as the billionaire who changed Hollywood, but behind the scenes, his personal story is evolving in ways just as dramatic as the films he creates. What's happening in Tyler Perry's private life? Is he truly stepping into fatherhood again? And how does this impact the empire he has built? Let's step inside Tyler Perry's world where success, family, and luxury collide. In 2020, Tyler Perry did something that left fans stunned. He publicly announced that he was single. For a man who has always kept his personal life guarded, this revelation felt unexpected. He had been in a long-term relationship with model and activist Jalila Bikel for over a decade, and together they shared a son. But suddenly it seemed that chapter of his life had closed, or had it? As soon as Perry's announcement spread, speculation ran wild. Was he secretly dating someone new? Many pointed to Crystal Hazlett, a rising star from his hit show Sistas. The two shared undeniable on-screen chemistry, and their off-screen friendship only fueled the rumors. Fans scoured interviews and social media for clues, convinced there was something more between them. But before the internet could declare them Hollywood's newest power couple, the truth came out. Cast members from Sistas shut down the rumors, confirming that Perry and Hazlett were nothing more than close friends. But then came the real twist. While the world was distracted by false rumors, Perry was quietly reconnecting with the one person who had been by his side for years, Jalila Bikel. Reports surfaced claiming that the two were back together, stronger than ever. Even more shocking, sources close to the couple hinted that they weren't just rekindling their love. They were planning to expand their family. If true, this would be a major shift for Perry, a man who has spoken openly about his love for fatherhood and his desire to create a life. Yet despite these whispers, Perry has remained completely silent. No public statements, no social media hints, no interviews addressing the speculation. But why? Why keep something so joyful under wraps? Is it a desire to protect his personal life from the media storm? Or is there something even bigger happening behind the scenes? A second child might be on the way, but what about his firstborn? How has fatherhood shaped Perry's journey, and what kind of future is he building for his son? That's where the story takes an even more emotional turn. In 2014, Tyler Perry's life changed in a way that no Hollywood success ever could. His son, Aman, was born, and with that, everything he had worked for took on a deeper meaning. Perry had built an empire. He had overcome rejection, homelessness, and doubt, but now he had a new mission: to be the father he never had. Unlike most celebrities, Perry made a choice early on. Aman would not grow up in the spotlight. No flashing cameras, no interviews, no red carpets. He wanted his son to have something he never did: a normal childhood. For Perry, this wasn't just about privacy. It was about protection. He knew what fame could do. He had seen children of the rich and powerful struggle under the weight of expectations, their identities tied to their parents' success. He didn't want Aman to be seen as just Tyler Perry's son. He wanted him to build his name and his dreams. That's why even when Perry attends his son's school events or sports games, he stays in the background. No press, no distractions. Just a father supporting his child like any other. But make no mistake, Perry is not a distant father. He is hands-on and involved in every part of Aman's life. He teaches him values, discipline, and the importance of hard work. Growing up, Perry didn't have much. His childhood was filled with pain and struggle, but it shaped him into the man he is today. He wants Aman to understand both privilege and responsibility. He once said, "I don't want him to be that spoiled, rich, entitled kid. That's not going to work for me." His goal is clear: to give his son the best life possible without taking away the lessons that build character. But Perry's approach to fatherhood isn't just about shaping his son's future, it's about healing his own past. His journey to success is inspiring, but behind it lies a childhood filled with scars. A painful history that even now influences the way he raises his son. Because for Perry, protecting Aman isn't just about keeping him away from fame. It's about making sure he never experiences the kind of pain his father once did. His past was filled with suffering, but instead of letting it break him, Perry used it as fuel. His story didn't end with pain, it began with it, and from that he built something extraordinary. But what exactly did he go through? And how did those experiences shape the man he is today? The answer lies in his past, a past that very few know the full story of. Tyler Perry's success story is legendary, but few know the depth of pain that shaped him. His childhood was far from glamorous. While most kids grew up in homes filled with warmth, his was filled with fear. His father was abusive, his words and actions leaving deep scars that took years to heal. Perry has spoken openly about the violence he endured, describing his childhood as a place where love was absent and survival was the only goal. But amid the darkness, there was one person who gave him hope: his mother, Willie Maxine Perry. She was his guiding light. While his father tore him down, she lifted him. She introduced him to faith, teaching him that no matter how much pain he faced, there was always something greater to believe in. She would take him to church, encouraging him to pray, to sing, and to hold on to the idea that one day life would get better. It was through her that Perry found the strength to keep going, even when it felt impossible. In his darkest moments, he clung to the lessons she taught him, and those lessons would later become the foundation of his success. But in 2009, tragedy struck. She was gone. Losing his mother was one of the hardest moments of Perry's life. The woman who had protected him, encouraged him, and given him faith was no longer there. It wasn't just grief he felt, it was a sense of loss deeper than words. But instead of letting the pain consume him, Perry chose to honor her legacy. He carried her spirit with him, using every lesson she had taught him to build something greater than he ever imagined. Perry didn't just survive his past, he turned it into power. He built an empire, not just for himself, but as a tribute to his mother. Every story he tells, every film he makes, carries a piece of her influence. She may not be here to see his success, but her fingerprints are on everything he does. From a childhood of suffering to the heights of Hollywood, Perry's journey is a story of resilience, faith, and a mother's unbreakable love. But how did he take that pain and turn it into billions? The next chapter of his life would change everything. Tyler Perry is more than just a filmmaker. He is a self-made billionaire who built an empire from nothing. While many in Hollywood fight for opportunities, Perry created his own. He refused to wait for approval, choosing instead to take control of his destiny. Unlike most filmmakers, he didn't just direct movies, he owned them. And that one decision changed everything. His journey began on the stage. Perry wrote and performed plays that spoke directly to Black audiences, a group often ignored by mainstream entertainment. His productions weren't backed by major studios. They didn't have the budgets of Broadway, but they had something more powerful, an audience that showed up again and again. Perry's plays became massive hits, filling theaters across the country. Soon Hollywood couldn't ignore him any longer. He took his stage success and transformed it into television and film, bringing characters like Madea to the big screen. But Perry didn't just want to make movies, he wanted to own the industry. In 2006, he founded Tyler Perry Studios, a move that set him apart from almost everyone else in Hollywood. Today, that studio is the largest Black-owned film production facility in the United States, covering 330 acres in it. It's not just a studio, it's a statement. A reminder that Perry built something that no one could take from him. What makes Perry's success even more impressive is his business strategy. Most directors and writers have to share profits with studios, producers, and networks. Not Perry. He owns everything he creates, from his TV shows to his blockbuster films. This level of ownership is unheard of in Hollywood, and it paid off. In 2019, he signed a multi-year deal with Viacom CBS, giving him complete creative control while securing one of the biggest financial deals of his career. It was the final piece of his billion-dollar empire. But Perry doesn't just make money, he reinvests it. He isn't just building films. He's building wealth, and his investments stretch far beyond Hollywood. The next chapter of his success? Real estate. And his mansions are just as legendary as his career. Let's take a look inside Perry's world of luxury. Tyler Perry doesn't just live in luxury, he owns it. His empire extends far beyond Hollywood, with a real estate portfolio that rivals the richest in the world. His properties aren't just homes, they are statements of success, each one reflecting his journey from struggle to billionaire status. And at the heart of it all is his most prized possession, Tyler Perry Studios, a 330-acre film studio in Atlanta. But this isn't just any studio. It was built on a former Confederate Army base. A place that once symbolized oppression is now owned by a Black billionaire who reshaped the entertainment industry. That in itself is a powerful victory. But Perry's real estate empire doesn't stop there. For years, his Buckhead mansion in Atlanta stood as one of the most lavish estates in the city. Spanning 35,000 square feet, the home featured an infinity pool, a tennis court, a private theater, and a ballroom fit for royalty. It was a symbol of how far he had come. But in 2018, Perry sold the mansion for a record-breaking $17,500,000, making it the most expensive home ever sold in Atlanta at the time. However, Perry wasn't downsizing, he was upgrading. On the West Coast, his real estate moves were just as jaw-dropping. His Beverly Hills estate, an ultra-private mansion sitting on 22 acres, was the very definition of luxury. It had everything. Breathtaking views, manicured gardens, and a level of exclusivity that only a handful of people in Hollywood could afford. In 2020, media mogul David Geffen bought it for $100 million, one of the largest real estate deals in California history. Perry's ability to buy, build, and sell properties at record prices proves that his business mind extends far beyond film and television. And then there's his private island properties. Perry owns multiple estates across the U.S., including sprawling homes in Wyoming, New York, and Georgia. But his most stunning real estate purchase? A private island in the Bahamas, where he built an ultra-luxurious getaway. The secluded retreat is accessible only by boat or private jet, offering him the kind of escape that only billionaires can afford. But Perry's luxury doesn't stop at real estate. His taste in cars is just as extravagant as his homes, and his collection is worth millions. Let's take a look at the vehicles that fill his garage. Tyler Perry's success is undeniable, but his taste in luxury is just as impressive. When it comes to cars, he doesn't just collect them, he curates them. His fleet is a perfect blend of elegance, power, and personality, reflecting the man behind the empire. At the heart of his collection sits the Bentley GT Continental, a car that exudes class. With a handcrafted interior, a twin-turbocharged V8 engine, and a price tag of over $220,000, it's a ride fit for a billionaire. But Perry doesn't stop at Bentley. He also owns a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a vehicle known for its silent ride and unmatched luxury. With its bold design and cutting-edge technology, this Rolls-Royce is more than just a car. It's a statement. For something with a little more versatility, Perry added a Range Rover autobiography to his collection. This SUV isn't just about comfort, it's about power and performance, capable of handling any road while keeping its passengers in a world of pure luxury. But Perry isn't all about high-end European cars. He has a deep respect for American muscle, and his classic Ford Mustang proves it. The Mustang is an icon of power, and Perry's love for it shows that, despite his billionaire status, he still appreciates timeless automotive legends. But what sets Perry apart is his love for motorcycles. He has been seen riding a Harley-Davidson, embracing the raw thrill of the open road. There's something symbolic about it. Freedom, control, and the ability to go wherever he wants, whenever he wants. It's not just a machine, it's a reminder of how far he has come. However, no collection would be complete without the ultimate luxury of a private jet. Perry's Gulfstream III isn't just transportation, it's a flying palace. With custom interiors, cutting-edge tech, and the ability to travel anywhere in the world at a moment's notice, it is the true mark of his success. From luxury sedans to powerful motorcycles and even the skies above, Perry's collection is extraordinary. But despite all the wealth, all the power, and all the luxury, Perry has never forgotten where he came from. His success isn't just about cars and mansions, it's about making a difference. And his philanthropy proves that true wealth is measured not by what you have, but by what you give back. For Tyler Perry, success has never been just about fame or fortune. It has always been about impact. He built an empire from the ground up, but the real measure of his success isn't in the money he makes, it's in the lives he changes. Perry understands what it means to struggle. He remembers homelessness, rejection, and hardship, and that's why today he uses his wealth not for extravagance alone, but to uplift those who need it most. One of his most powerful contributions has been the shelters he built for homeless women and children. He knows firsthand what it's like to have nowhere to go, so he created safe spaces where families in crisis can rebuild their lives. But his generosity doesn't stop there. Perry has also been at the forefront of global aid, funding clean water projects that have helped over 65,000 people across Ethiopia, Haiti, India, and Cambodia. For these communities, his support isn't just charity, it's life-changing. His heart for giving has also extended to disaster relief efforts. When Hurricane Harvey devastated parts of the U.S., Perry quietly donated $1 million to help families recover. After the Haiti earthquake, he stepped in again, offering financial aid to those who lost everything. During the COVID-19 pandemic, when so many faced uncertainty, he covered grocery bills for seniors and struggling families in Atlanta and New Orleans, ensuring that no one went hungry on his watch. The world has taken notice. Perry's relentless commitment to helping others earned him the prestigious Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award at the Oscars, one of Hollywood's highest honors for philanthropy. But for Perry, awards don't matter. The work does. He doesn't give for recognition. He gives because he knows what it's like to have nothing. Tyler Perry's journey proves that true success isn't measured in dollars, it's measured in impact. But his story is far from over. With every year, he continues to break barriers, inspire millions, and create opportunities that go beyond Hollywood. So, what's next for the man who turned struggle into triumph? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.